Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a topic that honestly can be a huge headache for businesses moving to the cloud: printing. Yeah, I know, it sounds so simple, right? But getting a document from some server way out in the cloud to that physical printer sitting on a desk, well, that can turn into a real puzzle. So let's get into it. So, your company's done it. You've embraced the future. Your ERP, your big resource planning software, your accounting system, all the important stuff is now living up in the cloud. Awesome. But then, someone in shipping needs to print a label or an invoice. And that's when you hit that one question that somehow got missed in the big migration plan. Uh-oh, what about the printers? And for a lot of folks, this is where the real headaches start. You're dealing with massive slowdowns, you've got security worries, you're trying to figure out these super complex network setups. It can get messy, fast. But here's the good news, and the whole point of this explainer. It doesn't have to be that hard. This whole cloud printing nightmare, it's a totally solvable problem. Okay, so if it's a solvable problem, what's the solution? Well, let's take a look at the tool we're digging into today. It's called CirrusPrint. So what is this thing exactly? At its heart, CirrusPrint is a specialized piece of software with a really specific job: to take control and smooth out the whole process of printing and just delivering documents when your apps are in the cloud or stretched out over a big network. And look, it's really important to get this. This isn't just some generic all-purpose printing tool. Nope. This thing was built from the ground up to go after and just eliminate those very specific, very frustrating problems that pop up the second your software isn't in the same building as your printers anymore. All right, so we get what it is, but why should you care? What's the real value it brings to your business? Let's break down those core benefits. It pretty much boils down to these 5 big advantages. First off, you keep full control over your printers. We're talking specific trays, all the settings. You also get total flexibility on how you deploy it. Of course, it cuts down on costs and makes things way less complex. Documents get delivered securely. And this last one is a biggie for service providers. You can easily manage a bunch of different clients or tenants from one spot. That's a pretty powerful list, right? I love this slide because it's the perfect before and after. You know the old way, right? It's a mess of wrestling with VPNs, trying to manage these complicated and frankly insecure port forwarding rules, and your print jobs take forever. But with CirrusPrint, you just toss all that out. No VPN needed, no open ports to worry about, just a straight, fast, and simple connection. Let's talk about that fast part for a second, because that's huge. It's fast because it's smart. It takes the print data and compresses it, shrinking the file size way down so it can fly across the network. And at the exact same time, it's encrypting it, keeping everything safe and sound. So you get speed and security. It's a total win-win. And you know what IT teams absolutely love? Flexibility. And that's exactly what you get here. It doesn't matter if you're a Windows shop or a Linux shop, it runs on both. And you can stick it on a server in your office or put it right up in the cloud. The choice is totally yours. It's all about fitting into your world, not forcing you to change for it. Okay, so CirrusPrint is obviously great at its main job, getting a print job from point A to point B without any drama. But it actually does a lot more, building out into a really complete way to handle documents. Let's see how. This is where things get really cool, because it's not just about printing to paper anymore. Think about it. You can print a document straight to a user's phone or their desktop web browser. Or get this, you can send an email to a printer, which lets you use older printers that don't have that built in. You can even use the same system to just efficiently move files around. Let's zoom in on this one, because it's a game changer. What's the normal way we do this? You attach a PDF to an email, right? The user has to find the email, download the file, open it, then finally print. It's a bunch of steps. Instead, with this, you just send the document straight to their web browser. Boom! It's right there, ready to go. So much cleaner. So we've covered the core printing fix, we've looked at the expanded workflows, let's boil it all down. What's the big idea here? What's the ultimate takeaway? It really comes down to this single idea: creating the most direct and immediate method to deliver documents to your users. It's all about removing friction. Just getting rid of every single delay, every complex step, every roadblock that stands between the data in your cloud app and the document that your user needs in their hands right now. And that brings us to our final thought, a question I want to leave you with. Take a second and think about your own organization, your own setup. Is your printing infrastructure actually ready for the cloud? Or is it that one piece of the puzzle you've kind of been trying to ignore? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.